welcome to the Blue Gypsy Homestead YouTube channel. It's the relaunch. My name is Louis, and I'm the owner of this 62-acre sustenance farm located about 35 minutes south of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. If this is your first time here, I welcome you. If you've been here before, welcome back. Yes, it's been a long time. The farm was once home to Blue Gypsy Wines, where I produced fruit wines without added sulfites. I closed the winery in 2019 because the rewards were not worth the effort. The timing turned out to be impeccable considering what happened in March of 2020, which effectively shuttered most businesses. During the lockdown, I decided to convert the property into a sustenance farm where my plan was to grow and preserve my own food, which included vegetables, fruits, and meat birds. I invested in several hundred mason jars early in the season while they were still in stock. Again, my timing was impeccable because later in the season there was a huge shortage of jars, as well as a spike in the price of those that could be found. Growing up, my mother had a huge garden. Well, she still has a garden, but it's a bit smaller now, and well, she's 80. I also learned about growing food from her, but also from watching a lot of homesteading YouTube videos, which served to give me new ideas on how to garden. The result has been my developing a hybrid approach to gardening, and it fit my style perfectly. In 2022, I launched my own YouTube channel to document my journey, covering successes and, well, learning opportunities, because I don't believe in using the word failures. I didn't produce very much content in 2023 because I felt I needed a break away from the Blue Gypsy Wines legacy. At first, I used the same logo, and it wasn't long before I realized it didn't work anymore. So as a result, I went through a logo redesign exercise, as well as a new website. With the new branding complete, I wanted to invigorate the YouTube channel and start making content again. I also want to change my approach to producing content, so I purchased some podcasting equipment. My new approach will be to include content that's essentially a podcast, except with video. So that would be a P-vlog, a pod vlog, I don't know. We'll just go with content. Before I go too far, I feel it's important to point out that I'm not a formally trained farmer, nor am I an expert. So please don't take my advice verbatim. It's important that you do your own research and see what works for you. What I will be showing you is what I do. It may not be the best way, but it works for me. And that's important to remember. That said, I intend, as part of the podcast, to interview people who are experts in their fields. I'll be chatting with some of my friends who are just as enthusiastic about gardening as I am, as well as share experiences and stories. Essentially, my goal will be to create snippets of rural life in 15, 20-minute packages. I chose that length because my ADHD attention span tends to be short. Also, my research shows that people glaze over after about 15 minutes, so I want to use that to my advantage. I'll be shooting content in the comfort of my new office, as well as outside. Some of the subjects that we're going to cover include garden planning, gardening, preserving, freeze drying, air drying, solar, making compost, etc. Of course, I'll still be taking you into the garden and around the property to show you how I do things, telling you stories about the things that happen around here, what worked, what didn't work, and what worked too well. Yes, you can be too successful, but I'll get into that in another video. At this point, I'm not going to make any promises about how often I release content, because honestly, I don't know. I refuse to put out something just to say I put out something. That's unfair to you, the viewer. So you might ask how I plan to monetize the farm, make money from it. My ultimate goal is to get the farm paying for itself. Though the formal business plan is still under development, some of the ideas include revenue from YouTube, viewers, subscribers, merchandise, commissions from Amazon referrals, etc. For YouTube and Amazon, there's a catch, which is that the content producer needs to have a certain number of subscribers before they can start making money from their ads and referrals. At the moment, that number is approximately 1,000 subscribers. This is where you come in. I need the channel to build a following. In other words, gain subscribers. The best way to grow the channel is to have people recommend it to their friends who hopefully will subscribe as well. And I will make the channel as interesting as possible to make it worth your time. Clicking like on a video helps it come up more frequently in that infamous YouTube algorithm. The higher the priority, the more people receive our videos as suggestions as people look for farms, homesteads, etc. Every video will have links to our Amazon store, which gives you the opportunity to buy some of the tools I use. You have my word, I will never recommend garbage. And if I find something is garbage when I'm using it, I will tell you. I'll tell you not to buy it. I'll also start carrying a limited line of merchandise, starting with t-shirts like the one I'm wearing. I won't be stocking them, but I will take pre-orders, details to follow. But if you're interested in a men's large, again, like the one I'm wearing, drop me an email at info@bluegypsyhomestead.com. The price for these is $25 Canadian plus shipping. So there's the pitch. If you like the idea of watching rural content, such as the growth of this first generation farm, as it goes through its infancy, trials, tribulations, and lessons learned, please click the like button, subscribe, and share the video. Those simple acts would have a huge impact on us. I'll be looking to start a Patreon eventually, where I'll offer gifts in exchange for support. Do know that there will be a flat $5 fee, and the money raised will go directly back into the farm. If you're still watching, I really appreciate your commitment. So with that, I thank you from the Wonder Twins, my two miniature pinchers, Magenta and Snoopy, and me. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.